A Memphis man opens fire at a grocery store. Kentucky changes its abortion law, and a national realtor helps discount career wow. That and more today on APSU TV News.
Thank you for tuning to APSU TV News. I'm Diamond Kizer.
And I'm B. McRoberts with today's APSU TV News.
Police in Memphis say a man turned his gun on himself after shooting a manager and supervisor inside a postal facility. Officers say John Trey Haley shot and killed station manager James Wilson Jr. and customer service supervisor Demetria Dortch at a mail sorting facility. Haley's mother, Tracy Haley, told the Associated Press that her son expressed that he was being bullied by his bosses. No complaints were filed against Wilson or Dortch before the incident. Ms. Haley spoke very highly of her son. He was a church-going person, she stated in an interview with the Associated Press. Postal inspectors were spotted at John Trey's apartment complex, pulling his sister to the side for questioning. The inspectors denied any comments.
Here are new reasons to make sure you lock your car. The Austin Peay Police Department reported that 2 vehicles have been stolen and 4 others have been rummaged through over the last couple of weeks. The vehicles reported stolen had keys inside the cars at the time of the thefts. Clarksville police have also received multiple reports of vehicles being broken into near campus. Investigators have not told us about any potential suspects yet. Austin Peay Police Assistant Chief Christy Winters reminds everyone on the campus to always lock your vehicles when you park or leave it unattended, and to always remove your keys and valuables when your vehicle is unattended. If you have any information about these reports, please contact the APSU Police Department at 221-7786. New limits are in place for the unvaccinated workers placed on unpaid leave from the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. The Associated Press reports a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order Friday that would prevent UT Bat Hill from placing workers on indefinite unpaid leave. The order affects employees who received exemptions to a COVID-19 vaccine requirement at the lab. The ruling also bars firing them after obtaining a religious or medical accommodation to the vaccine. 6 reporters who have sued argued that they were told the unpaid leave would be unlimited. The employer responded saying that the leave will last 60 days with their health benefits intact. However, the leave will be re-examined after.
Kentucky lawmakers are trying to strengthen parental consent for minors seeking abortion procedures. Republican lawmakers gave a preview of their next round of laws on Wednesday. The latest set of proposals from the Republican-controlled General Assembly included a plan to keep the identification records of the parents who give consent to their minors' children's abortions. State Director of Planned Parenthood Alliance Advocates Tamara Wider believes this new bill will make obtaining consent, quote, more complicated and more time-intensive.
Nashville's Metro Control has moved ahead on new rules for the city's big party bus industry. The Tennessean reports that the council voted 33-3 on Tuesday on a bill to establish a more rigorous permit process. The plan includes improving routes and overseeing driver eligibility and training. It would also restrict alcohol consumption on unenclosed vehicles. The rules take effect on December 1st. However, council member Freddie O'Connell says further legislation will be introduced to regulate alcohol consumption under certain conditions.
The University of Tennessee at Knoxville has offered to reinstate a professor who was acquitted of federal charge that accused him of hiding his relationship with a Chinese university while receiving NASA research grants. Providence Senior Vice Chancellor John Zumchick wrote a letter on October the 14th in which he offered Ming Hu an interim professor job along with some back pay and other reasonable considerations. Hu was offered more than $200,000 over 3 consecutive years to help establish his research program. Hu was arrested in February 2020, charged with wire fraud and making false statements. The judge declared a mistrial after the jury deadlocked in June. We'll be back with Political Corner after the break.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
It's Dutch. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. And this place that I call home.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
Actor.
it's time we take a step forward
it's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
you'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Welcome back to APSU TV News. I'm Claire Zelley with Political Corner. Tennessee wants to spend about $900 million of its tax proceeds on infrastructure projects and more as part of a deal with Ford Motor Company, which has announced preparations to establish an electric car battery facility near Memphis. So Republican Governor Bill Lee convened a special legislative session. This plan must first be approved by the Republican-led General Assembly, which begins work on Monday. A total of $138 million has been budgeted for the infrastructure and construction work at this site, with an additional $40 million recommended for constructing a new tech school in Haywood County. A further $200 million would be spent on road construction. The Tennessee Supreme Court announced that 5 applicants would be evaluated for a seat in the Court of Criminal Appeals Western Section. Judge Alan E. Glenn created an opening for these jobs with his retirement. Donald H. Allen and Kyle Atkins are both applying for the position of 26th Circuit Judge. Following is John W. Campbell applying for the 30th District Criminal Court applicant. Vicki S. Snyder, Henry County Juvenile Court Judge, and Robert W. Wilson, Assistant Attorney General of Tennessee. The Governor Council will hold a public hearing at the Jackson Supreme Court building on November 10th. Immediately after the interviews, the council will cast its votes and 3 chosen candidates will be forwarded to Governor Bills for consideration. In downtown Chattanooga, STEM Logistics' ongoing operations will be expanded according to Tennessee officials. This will result in a $6.8 million investment and creation of almost 400 new employment opportunities. In addition to about 200 customers, this firm provides integrated logistics solutions across multiple forms of transportation. Governor Bill Lee made the following statement. The company's commitment to creating more than 400 new jobs will be a positive impact on the residents of Hamilton County for years to come. In addition, there are roughly 40 projects that have been organized through Hamilton County focused primarily on economic development. On Tuesday, Tennessee's leading state lawmakers stated that they have had enough momentum to hold a special session to handle COVID-19 measures against Republican Governor Bill Lee's refusal. Senate Speaker Randy McNall and House Speaker Cameron Sexton state that the special session will be held on October 27th. The governor referenced an executed order he passed earlier this year that was allowing families to get their children out of the state mask mandate. However, federal judges in these counties have delayed the decision. Governor Bill Lee repeatedly refuses to hold a special session to resolve the COVID-19, despite Republican legislators' growing frustration with erratic enforcements of county mask requirements around the state.
I'm Claire Zelley, and this is Political Corner for APSU TV News.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
when you want to talk, I'm here.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! There we go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Welcome back to APSU TV News. I'm Emily Waldon with your local and national forecast. Let's first take a look at our current national temperatures. In Seattle, we're at 55 degrees. Los Angeles is at 63 degrees. Denver is at 65 degrees. Dallas is at 81 degrees. Chicago is at 54 degrees. Atlanta is at 70 degrees. And New York is at 69 degrees. Moving on to the highs today in Tennessee, Clarksville is at 63 degrees, Nashville is at 65 degrees, Memphis is at 72 degrees, Chattanooga is at 67 degrees, and Knoxville is at 64 degrees. For the lows today in Tennessee, Clarksville is at 43 degrees, Nashville is at 45 degrees, Memphis is at 52 degrees, Chattanooga is at 46 degrees, and Knoxville is at 47 degrees. Currently, it is partly cloudy outside and it's 61 degrees, winds blowing west-northwest at 3 miles per hour. Precipitation is 1%. Tonight it'll be 43 degrees and it will be mostly cloudy. Winds blowing south at 2 miles per hour. Precipitation is 8%. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. So mostly you're going to see a lot of fall weather this week. Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 63 and a low of 43. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 71 and a low of 59. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 63. Monday will be AM thunderstorms with a high of 70 and a low of 47. And Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 52. This is all for your local and national forecast. APSU TV News will be right back with sports.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter.
Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again.
Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He connected with his teachers, he connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to APSU TV News. I'm Jahmar Perkins, and this is the Sports Zone. Backtracking almost 2 weeks ago, the Governor football team played their last game, which was their first conference game, and on top of that, homecoming. The Govs, however, lost the game 14-30, but one positive takeaway from this game was the return of a very impactful player who has been dealing with an early season knee injury. I'll go ahead and let our very own Jeff Matthews tell you who that is here in this next video.
Go into some football now. You have been here since 2017. Austin Peay win streak right now against Murray, 4 games. Can you touch on that rivalry, that tradition that lies here in Clarksville?
I think I love the tradition, honestly. Anytime we play them, it's going to be a good crowd, good game. They're always fundamentally sound and always disciplined, so we just got to match that and play better.
So we had a bye week this past week. Can you talk about some of the preparations that you yourself took and then also the preparations for this week?
Basically just getting ahead, trying to watch as much film on it as possible, but also trying to take care of my body and saying just recover, got a knee injury, banged up. So just trying to get that right and just trying to be 100% for the game.
You talked about 100%. Can you tell me what percent you're at right now?
About 90.
90%. So that 10% this week, pretty confident you're going to be able to grab that?
Yes, sir, definitely.
All righty. Cordell, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Like Jeff said, coming off of a bye week, the Govs will travel to take on none other than the Murray State Racers. My apologies, it's just so hard for me as a Governors fan to say that name without choking up a bit. But depending on the postseason, this could be the last time Austin Peay plays the Racers in OVC action due to our ASUN transition. So if you can, come on out to Murray, Kentucky at 2 p.m. to witness a special game from an iconic rivalry. And if you can, go ahead and stay a night because our Lady Gov soccer team will be facing Murray State in what will be an opportunity for a playoff clinching win if they can defeat Eastern Illinois this evening at 6. So even if you can't make it to Murray, Coach Kolarova and her crew could definitely use some extra support here tonight at Morgan Brothers Field. Transitioning from the fields to the hardwood, our Lady Govs volleyball team has been on a rampage this season with a 15-7 record and an 8-1 conference record. This past weekend, they swept TSU, winning 3-0 in both contests. Two big contributors to this team have been junior Michaela Powell and graduate student Brooke Moore. Powell, the JUCO product from Missouri, has lived up to her hype since she's coming here being a JUCO Player of the Year last season. And just like the Drake song says, back to back is what she has done these past 2 weeks, winning OVC Newcomer of the Week. I personally always have a special respect for former JUCO products turned Division I because of how much work they've had to put in to get to where they wanted to be. But moving on to the graduate student Brooke Moore, she has proven herself to be a leader on this team, not just because she's the longest tenured player on this team, but because she knows how to put points on that board. She is currently leading the team in kills with 277 and is only 69 kills away from beating the school record of 1,530. The team will play tonight at the Dunn at 6 p.m. and tomorrow at 2 p.m. And speaking of the Dunn, it is about to become even more active. It is finally that time of the year. That's right, basketball season. This past Wednesday, the women's and men's teams participated in Govs Madness, where there were three-point shootouts, dunk contests, and even a scrimmage. Earlier in this week, the OVC announced their preseason poll and all-conference team. The men are predicted to finish 6th, with the women at 5th. Only one governor was placed on an all-conference team, being reigning first-team All-OVC member and Jacksonville State transfer Jeremiah Johnson. And if you miss Govs Madness or you're just ready to see them compete some more like me, you can catch both teams in some exhibition matches coming up in about 2 weeks on November 4th. It's a busy time of the year for our fall and winter sports, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be experiencing and talking about it. But for now, that is going to be all from me. Once again, I'm Jahmar Perkins here in the Sports Zone. Stay tuned for after this break for more APSU TV news.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is.
Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild? You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Did you know that Kentucky is home to nearly 1,000 species of wildlife?
The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife has a team of scientists dedicated to the monitoring and study of animals that are not hunted, fished, or trapped.
We work every day to improve Kentucky's landscape so that these species can thrive.
And now there's a way for you to jump in and help.
When you become a member of Kentucky Wild, we'll work side by side and do our part to keep Kentucky wild.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry on Home Avenue. It's open Tuesdays through Friday, 8:30 until 4. For more information, call 221-1620. 221-1620. A campus reminder from Austin Peay.
Welcome back to APSU TV News. A national realtor partnered with Austin Peay in a new effort to help students with discounts on career wear. APSU teamed up with JCPenney to help the College of Business with the first ever Suit Up event at Governor Square Mall. College of Business Career Readiness Coach Crystal Hambrook says it was a huge success. More than 100 students took advantage of the 60% discount. Hambrook says that the College of Business and JCPenney hopes to continue their partnership together in the future.
The wonderful ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Rho Chapter will be hosting the HBCU Jeopardy game Friday, October the 22nd. The event will be in the Music and Mass Communications building in room 242. The game will start promptly after 6 p.m. and end at 7 p.m. This event is open only to APSU students. Masks are required. The Jeopardy game will consist of different questions about HBCU universities worldwide. This event will wrap up the Ski Week for the ladies. Come out and support our MPHC sorority.
A tiny town in Australia is pleading for a Marvel superhero help to drive tourism up. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Officials in a small Australian town pulled out all the stops to give its local tourism a boost of star power.
Why would Chris Hemsworth want to come to Cowra?
The town council of Cowra launched a campaign called #GetChris2Cowra, along with a video starring some local residents to entice marvelous celeb Chris Hemsworth to come for a visit.
We love you, Chris!
Yeah, Chris, we love you too.
Come on, Chris, come to Cowra!
The cheeky video brainstorms many tactics, like a proposed Hemsworth statue.
What if he doesn't come?
I will still build it. We'll just make him bald and fat.
Joke's on them, Hemsworth can still pull off that look. To the town's delight, the humorous ad worked. Hemsworth, who actually signed on as Australia's tourism ambassador in 2016, took to Instagram and promised to visit Cowra next year. In a bid to save her dream home, a Canada woman got creative, relocating the house across an inlet. Hey, whatever floats your boat, house, I guess. When Danielle Penny found out the building's previous owners planned to demolish it, she offered to move it instead, employing the help of multiple boats to push it across the Bay of Islands. Prior to the move, the house was stripped and drainage holes were drilled, and then it was anchors away. Penny says the house will have to dry out first, and then renovations can begin. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Fall is here. Oh my goodness. We have wonderful fall weather finally this week.
I know, it's literally about time, and I am so excited that it's finally pumpkin spice season.
Yes.
I will most definitely be getting a pumpkin spice latte after this. I don't know about y'all, but I am a very sucker for pumpkin spice season.
I really don't like pumpkin spice or the fall scents. They're just too loud.
Oh, no, I love them. I love like the little bit of like spice in my drink and stuff. It's just, it feels very cozy and like fall-like. So,
and it's also midterms. We're in the middle of the semester already.
Oh, I know, Jesus. Man, this semester's flown by, I'll tell you.
It's very nice just to think about the fact that finals might be upon us. Has me absolutely terrified. I don't know about you guys.
Well, how were midterms for you guys?
They've been great so far.
I was gonna say, Diamond and I had a group project together.
And we got an A.
Yeah, we got an A. So good for us.
Applause.
Yeah, we are very excited. I was nervous about the midterms. I have a couple other midterm projects coming up. I'm producing a TV show on Tuesday, so check that out.
Yes.
So yeah, I was really excited to make sure to take it on this channel. So yeah.
Right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching APSU TV News Update, and as always, let's go Peay!
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second. Do you know who I am? Julia. This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls. Oh, yeah. Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.